53 Gauteng learners will be writing their outstanding economics exam paper this morning. They could not write it as planned in November, and it was due to false reports of protest action in the area. Now, the education officials in the province are expected to visit the school, and that's where we find Ziniko Mhlaba. He is our colleague in eTwatwa, that's in the east of the Gauteng province. Good morning to you, Ziniko. So I see that the students there seated and ready to start. Just how prepared are they for this important exam?
Well, as you said, they are set and ready now to write that economics paper, which they could not write earlier on in the first week of November. While inside the exam room, and I can tell you, officials of the Department of Education from various structures are also here in this school to ensure that everything goes smoothly. So let's just bring in Steve quickly, just to tell us through, to take us through some of the measures which have been put in place, Stephen, to ensure that these learners are prepared, these learners are supported, and they are ready to write the exams in the next 10 minutes or so, Stephen.
No, definitely. Actually, we'll be starting at 12. But you know that from 11:30, the officials need to start with their processes here. They've been supported. I mean, we gave them the subject advisors, from head office and from district officials as well, who gave them additional support before they could sit for this paper. So we are quite convinced that they are ready and they will do well. I mean, we're just here to wish them well, and we are hopeful that they will pass.
Talk to us about the administrative work that has to be done after the conclusion of this examination. Specifically, I understand that now some of the papers were concluded on Tuesday, others on Wednesday, which was yesterday. So in terms of taking these papers and making sure that they catch up with the marking system of the Department of Education, what's next from here? And isn't this going to inconvenience those processes?
No, it's not going to inconvenience anything. You will know that the marking process starts on the 10th of this month, and we have actually shipped all the scripts to the marking centers because they've been stored safely. So we have between the 7th and the 8th, which is today, finalizing the process of making sure that all marking centers, they have their papers. I mean, we are actually being visited by the Director General in Gauteng. He's been hopping from one center to the other just to make sure that everything is set, and we saw the markers are quite happy. They are actually ready to start with this work. Compromise their, weekends as well, because from here they need to push. By the time we are, ready next year to release these results, everything should be done.
Thank you very much, Mr. Mabona. Spokesperson of the Department of Education here in Gauteng, Steve Mabona, just speaking to us about the issue of and the measures, obviously, which have been put in place to ensure that they support these learners. I'm going to step out of shot so that we can get a sense. We see the officials just making sure that everything is ready, checking on each and every candidate who is sitting here. So it's all systems go. Only from here, we'll be stepping out in the next 2 minutes or so that the department can continue with its work.
Thank you very much, Ziniko Mhlaba, live for us in eTwatwa, and that's where the students stand ready to begin their paper, economics paper, and you've heard Steve Mabona there. 12 o'clock is the scheduled time. All the best to those students.